Just going to do a quick video of putting a protection film on this bike. It takes quite a while, so I'm just going to show you how I've managed to put a few pieces on. I'm going to do one piece. It takes quite a while, so just be patient while I move the phone around. I'm only recording on an iPhone, so that's the bike. The Tuono new 2023 factory, and this is the kit, and the piece I'm going to be fitting is that piece there. And I'm going to be fitting it, so these are already fitted on there and there, so I'm going to fit it to the underside there. So the first thing you do is wipe down this side with the alcohol wipes, which I've done. Then what we've got to do is wet our fingers so that we don't mark these. I've got to take that piece out, spray some of this solution on it so I can slide it around, and see if I can fit this in where it's meant to be. So what we'll do, we'll set the camera up. You'll just have to bear with me a bit on this because I'm not set up for it. It's just an amateur video. So there you should be able to see where the panel's gonna be that we're working on, which is there. So that's the panel we'll be working on. So I'll just get this piece off the board. I'll just slice the edge under there, lift that up, wet the fingers with the solution, lift off. I can get this one, it's quite tight on the edges, that one. Let's try it from the other end. Typical, innit? Don't want to come off the sheet, this one. Just bear with me, it shouldn't be too long. I think we've got it started. We've got it started. Hooray, we've got it started. It's coming off the sheet. So, off the sheet with it. Spray some solution on the back. So there we go. There's the piece there. Spray some solution on. Get over here. We'll put some solution on there so we can move it around. Then we've got spreader there. We'll get this into position. I'm presuming is that the wrong way? It's got to be that way, hasn't it? It's got to be that way. So that looks, get that more central there. That's roughly where that goes. By the look to that, that's up to that point there. And this. So it's a bit of a fiddly job is this, but I think we're getting there with this one. Seems to be in the right place. Yeah, I think we've got that in position where it needs to be. So we'll just peel that back a little bit so I can get these bubbles out. We've got to get all the excess fluid out of there, so that, which is not an easy task because of all these rounded edges. So feed that around there. This didn't look too bad, to be fair, but it's been an absolute pig on the rest of the bike, to be honest. This it's not a job that I'd recommend to anybody who's going to run out of patience, which is usually me. So what we do, scrape all the, get all the excess water out of there, the bubbles out. Just check on that one that it's not overlapping the one underneath, which it looks like it is to me. It looks like it overlaps the one that's underneath. I wouldn't advise anyone to get this R&G kit, because what I've got to do now is just run all that in, and then I run over it with a heat gun just to make sure it's settled. But on this R&G kit here, on the Tuono Factory 2023, they don't include this panel here in the kit. So that's one of the most exposed panels on the bike. They've got this covered, so they've got a cover for that in the kit. But for some silly reason on this side, they don't include this piece, which is pretty poor for R&G, to be fair, but I'm not keen on their products anyway, to be fair. So what we'll do, we'll go over to the other side. There. So we've fitted on now. All I've got to do, rub this in with a cloth, rub the excess off, fold the corners in, and see how it looks against this there. But it's not a perfect fit. I can't say it's the best. We'll see how the film goes over time, but it's got to bend this corner in, but it will be overlapping the film that I've already put on here. So R&G, how you've managed to do that, I don't know. But there you go. It's actually overlapping that film. It leaves like an edge there, but that's what we'll do. You can actually see the edge of the film underneath there, where in the light, where the other one is. So I don't quite understand why they've made it like that, but all we've got to do now is rub it on firmly. There's no bubbles in it really, but make sure all the bubbles are out. Dry it with a paper towel, and that is how we're doing this film protection, which is a complete pig of a job really. We've done the front of the bike, this, all these silly bends it's got to go over that ridge there and back down the other side there. It's just a lot of hassle following all these curves. It's not the easiest stuff to put on. In fact, you can see there where it's just not really fit right at that end. Look, it's just a bit of a poor kit if you ask me. It's not the right shape for the bike really. So if you're going to put one of these kits on the protection film stuff, I wouldn't recommend the R&G for this bike. Look at that. Just doesn't fit. I'm going to have to cut these edges off. But A lot of work, but hopefully it'll just protect the bike. So there.